everybody has a screen room or they want to put a screen room on. And the challenge with screen rooms is they take all the pollen in, they take all the cold in, they take all the humidity in. So about 3 years ago, I actually did my own where I actually put a HVAC Mitsubishi ductless unit out there. And what that enabled me to do in the middle of summer, while the screens are up, and actually on mine I didn't have any screens, we would run the air conditioner. And people thought I was crazy. I'm like, well, if you ever been in a convertible in Atlanta, you're cranking the AC with the top open. So we went ahead and did it, and then we made plexiglass inserts for the screened openings or just the entire opening. What that allows us to do is right around November, we put the plexiglass in. You can hardly see it right over the screen, and that plexiglass stays in November, December, all the way right up until the day after Masters, because we get this extreme green pollen in Atlanta that just covers everything. So this enables a screen room, existing or new, to go ahead and be a full room, 12 months a year. And it's been a great success. We've done it for about 3 or 4 years, and you're seeing video of a room that we finished about a year or two ago, and they just can't believe how much they use this room.
Oh, yeah. It's so nice. So do we want to hear the audio on this? Is there things that you want to go ahead and play on this?
Yeah, because I think I did some voiceover of what was going on. If you're able to do it, sure. Dripping and getting the floor wet. So Oneida Builders says every screen room in Atlanta, being we have extreme pollen, extreme cold, extreme heat, we need to heat and cool it, dehumidify it with the Mitsubishi, and then this room becomes appraised square footage. So your house will appraise for more, and this little remote control is exactly how you turn it on and off. And it has all the settings: heat, cool, fan, and dehumidification. Thanks for being with us. Always Facebook Live, oneidabuilders.net. You know, Donna, one of the big advantage of taking an existing screen room and make it a full-service climate-controlled room is that square footage becomes appraised value.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes,
Yeah.
because it's heated and cooled. So you can get an appraisal depending on the size of the room and depending on the price per square foot for your neighborhood. But I would say on an average, a screen room, existing or new, will appraise from $50,000 to $100,000. And people just can't believe their house is going to be worth that much more. And, we do basements, we do kitchens, and all add value. But when you're refinancing or doing home equity loans, this room becomes living space. And what's been really exciting is someone that already has a screen room, the investment to go ahead and put plexiglass in and HVAC could be as low as $5,000.
Wow.
So, you invest $5,000, and of course it could be more, but you can pick up an appraised value of $50,000 to $75,000. So just educating people, because I am a real estate investor. So when I do flips, I always want to add living space, and this is a very cost-effective way to do it. And then, of course, comfort, Donna, being in a room in the middle of summer when it's 90 degrees, high humidity, and it's totally open, and you're pumping AC around you, and it just lowers that temperature 10, 15 degrees in the room. It just makes that room that much more comfortable, and people just, they're mind boggled, like we reinvented the wheel, and we're not. It's just a common sense approach.
That does make a big difference, like you said, to have the heated and cool space, because we did a pretty elaborate deck on our house.
Right.
We had our home appraised. We
Nothing.
didn't get hardly anything for it. Almost nothing.
It is disappointing. And the other
Yeah.
thing with this Mitsubishi ductless unit is it also dehumidifies. So if it's just moist out, you can put the dehumidification on. And it also has a fan, just a regular oscillating fan. So the unit is very, very efficient. I had mine for over 5 years. And when I would run it in the summer or winter, I did not notice anything as far as a spike in the electricity bill.
Wow,
And
really?
it's that efficient. Europe uses all these ductless units to heat and cool all the residential homes and commercial homes. So just most people don't realize it. They actually make a Mitsubishi unit that goes in the ceiling, so it flush mounts in the ceiling. We're doing a project right now in Marietta where half of the pool is inside a covered area, and we're putting a Mitsubishi centered right over the spa. So in the summertime, we can pump cool air on us. In the wintertime, we can pump warm air on us, and it's flush mounted in the ceiling.
Wow.
So it's just the sleek design, and just applications apply for everybody's situation. And we just want people to know that you don't have to sweat in your screen room. You don't have to be cold. And it's great because if you go to a party in the winter and they have a screen room, they have the tall heaters, right, Donna? And the propane, and everybody is standing around the heater.
Right there.
It's
exactly.
actually comical for me, but you don't have to have that. And with a HVAC in your screen room, all your windows and doors that open up to that room can be open because you're not worried about a climate change. So traffic flow, carrying drinks in and out, food, you're not opening and closing the door constantly, and the swing of the door, which can hinder the layout. You can actually take the door off the hinges, or if you have obviously a sliding door, you can keep it open with no screen. You know, people have actually walked through screens before. So just if you have a screen room, give us a call or call your local contractor. Go to my website, click on additions, and right over there you're going to see all the screen rooms that we have converted or went ahead and built from new, Donna.
So it is beautiful. I do want to go back to one of the pictures because I want to ask you about that fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes. Go ahead and ask
tell me a little bit about that. And of course, like everybody else, anything you can tell us about price on that?
Yeah,
it's gorgeous.
That can range. That's, I think, 72 inches wide by about 18 inches tall. That is a gas fireplace. It's a ventless. So you do have to bring some outside air in, and that ranges the actual cost from about $3,500 up to $5,500. I think it was I forgot what the brand was, but they're on the internet and you can get them at local building suppliers. So that does have gas. It has LED lighting in there, and it just it does throw off heat, and that wall of stone is actually a thin veneer, so the weight, that's just a typical wall. It's actually represents tile, and the aesthetics of these are just incredible. You can go ahead and put your TV over it. Of course, they didn't want to do this on this one, but just a great product. And we're seeing more and more of these linear fireplaces that are efficient in homes today, Donna.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That is beautiful out there.
Yeah.
That just adds so much to that whole room to have that wall. And I would have never guessed it was a veneer, but that's totally the way to do it because why would you want it to be that heavy?
Exactly.
But, if I had something like that, I'd be outside all the time.
And that last picture showed the wood ceiling, and in this application, to bring light into the house, right, there you go, great shot. We put 4 Velux skylights in. These were fixed skylights, and it just allows so much light. If you could look on that you could see that skylight actually is right over the existing window of the house. So it lets light in all day long, so we're not making the existing house dark. And they do make the skylights that open and close, solar skylights. I had one in my room, and they open and close. On the solar, there's no electricity. And what's great about the solar skylights, this could be a whole nother topic, is when you're away and it starts raining, there's a sensor. So it taps on a black sensor and it literally closes the skylight.
Wow,
so
really?
The rain will not come in your house. So yeah, Velux, we've been installing for over 30 years. Still have skylights in upstate New York that have 2 feet of snow on them all year. Skylights do not leak in proper installations, but get a Velux certified installer. And trust me, they do not leak. And you could see the brick on this house. We left the brick, still had that brick look, and above the brick, we went ahead and did the cypress, hung roof cypress. That was same on the ceiling. stained it. Monster ceiling fan. That ceiling fan moves a ton of air. When we put on the AC or heat, it just blows that warm air or cool air all the way around you, and it just makes that room so comfortable. With the plexiglass in and without the plexiglass in, you can go ahead and run your HVAC. The HVAC is in top right corner over that double door. That's the Mitsubishi unit. And what's great, Donna, is you're thinking, oh my God, that thing has got to be so noisy. I'm sick of them units. I will trust you, when that thing is running, you will not hear it because the compressor is outside. The compressor is not in the unit, where in hotels the compressor, no way, you won't even know it's running. They are just incredible pieces of equipment that are just so functional and cost effective. We went to a bathroom job and they had a room. We talked them into doing the plexiglass and the HVAC well before we did the bathroom. We got right in and knocked it out, and they were using that room as soon as we did that. So
wow.
It enabled them to, and they were there 15 years, and they're like,
nice.
I can't believe I was in this room hot in the summer and cold in the winter.
Yeah, you may as well not have one that if you're not going to use it.
Listen, you know what I tell people, we've got great weather in the South, but we've got extreme heat, extreme pollen, and if you want to use your screen room, it's never going to work, because all you're going to do the whole spring is clean the pollen. Then they buy the covers for the furniture, and then they got to pressure wash it. So the maintenance is completely gone.
Yeah.
Completely gone.
And the heating and cooling, the investment of that just makes sense too.
Absolutely, yeah. Hey, if you like what you saw, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.